conclusion inevitable.
It was a jump to conclusions, Matt.
My conclusion was that this idea was not a practical deterrent.
My only conclusion can be that it was a Sith Lord.
In conclusion.
Hello there, folks! Welcome back to In Conclusion, the only movie podcast that is canonically a prequel to Dodgeball. I am your host, Dan O'Keefe, and joining me as always is Anna Otto. How are you, Anna?
I'm sorry I didn't stay silent during the intro, but I literally was thinking the same thing. For one specific reason that's not family friendly.
I know exactly what it is.
Say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Ben Stiller's
Bulge.
penis.
Yes.
I mean, yes!
Also joining us, the Ben Stiller's penis of this podcast.
Hey, don't you call me that.
That was a compliment.
It means people can't take their eyes off of you, Alex.
No, if anything, I'm Vince Vaughn's penis.
Oh, God. I love Dodgeball. I wish we were talking about that movie today.
Anyway, it's Alex Langosch. Hi, Alex. How are you?
I'm good. I finally, this has nothing to do with anything, but I've been looking for new music for a few months, not finding anything, and last night I found an album I really liked, so that was nice.
What's it called?
Nice.
Share with the class.
It is called Ricky, Rikki, by Ginger Root, and he self-describes his music as aggressive elevator soul.
Oh, gosh. I'll be
All of
checking that
these
out
sound
because
like-
I'm curious.
These all sound like names of IPAs.
It's the
You
mustache.
got your Ricky, you got your Ginger Root, and
That's
you've
good
got
for
your
your tummy.
aggressive elevator jazz or soul
Soul.
or whatever it was.
Alex, what is the mustache doing to you?
What? Mustache? What?
Your mustache is causing you to like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving you the power.
Oh, yeah.
You look
because
so
Indie,
confused.
Indie and
It's fine.
I forget.
One
Yeah,
day
no,
you're
I
going
get
to
it.
stop going by Alex and you're going to start going by, I don't know, what's a good indie name? My brain keeps
Sven.
saying Chad, and I know that's not
Xavier,
right. Xavier!
Xander.
Xander!
It's Xander.
Xander.
What would
But, yeah.
Anna, what would your indie name be? Nah?
Ew. Probably. Yours would be Neil.
Noel? Yeah.
Neil.
Neil.
Just
Me,
ill.
it's Neil.
Neil,
Yeah,
not
what?
Neil.
Why is it Neil a nickname for Daniel? It's spelled
Maybe
the same
it
way.
is.
Is it? I don't know how Neil is spelled.
Is Neil Neil?
Oh, that's not how Daniel
Right? Or
spelled.
Niel? I don't know how to spell. I before E. Neil. No, it's Neil.
Oh, gross.
Is- Neil.
Anna, did you know that my dad has the same first and middle name as Dan?
I mean, Daniel Joseph. That's not surprising. But
The real
that
kooky
is
part?
surprising that you guys are the same person. What?
The real cookie part is me and his dad also have the same last name.
You are the same you're Alex's dad?
Hi, Daddy.
I hated
Hello,
that.
sonny
I'm turning
boy.
this podcast off right now.
Anyways, the movie that we're talking about today is Ben Stiller's Penis.
Not
Directed
me
by
telling my
Stephen
new
Brill.
Dan, this is a Disney movie.
Sorry, Ben Stiller's PP.
There
Is
we
that
go.
more family friendly? Thank you.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, it's Heavyweights. Directed by Stephen Brill, written by Stephen Brill and Judd Apatow, starring a laundry list of actors, including Tom McGowan, Aaron Schwartz, Sean Weiss, Tom Hodges, Leah Lale, Paul Feig, Kenan Thompson, David Bowie. Disappointingly, I thought there was an I in his name during the opening credits, and I was like, David Bowie's
Wait.
in this?
Who was Paul Feig in this?
He was the
I'm
skinny
he-
camp counselor.
He was
That's
the
what
skinny camp
Okay,
counselor.
that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. I just had to touch base.
That's why it took me half the movie to figure out it was him when I first watched it. I was like, oh yeah, there he is. Okay.
I think I told you guys this, but I read his autobiography and I used to do a selection from it in forensics or debate if you're not from Wisconsin. But I did not know what he looked like. So I would never have known it was him. Thank you. The end.
I mean, he's also wearing like a male crop top instead of a 3-piece suit that he normally wears.
Yeah.
I really loved the male crop top for him. That I'm going to file that under reasons why the male crop top should come back. Thank you. That
this
and
is
when we watched
also
Bill and Ted.
It's also starring Jerry Stiller, Ann Mira, Ben Stiller, and Jeffrey Tambor as Dr. Phil. It was released.
We also don't forget Tim Blake Nelson. Everyone forgets Tim Blake Nelson.
I know,
and
he's only in one
I'm
scene.
sick of
He's
it.
only in like a minute of the movie.
Yeah, but we mentioned Nathan Lane last time, and I don't want Tim Blake Nelson to be forgotten.
Fine.
He was in Holes.
Yeah, he didn't. I didn't recognize him because he didn't have the white paste on his nose.
That's where I recognized him from. I was sitting there like, I know who that is. It's Mom. I love Holes. He's also in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yes,
He is.
and the Incredible Hulk.
I don't know Oh Brother, Where Art Thou because it has my boy John Goodman in it.
Released on February 17th, 1995. It does not have a budget listed. Can't find that anywhere. But
I'm surprised you could find the one for Joe versus the Volcano and not this.
I know. It made $17.6 million at the box office and was not successful.
I mean...
On Rotten Tomatoes, it has an approval rating of 29%. No Roger Ebert review here, but
I wonder
it has
why.
an 86% rating from Google users.
Hey, sometimes Google gets it, you know?
Before we get started, I want everyone to say who their favorite child actor in the movie was. I'll go first, Kenan Thompson.
Probably the Italian guy.
The British child who then got skinny and was the prissy child in School of Rock.
Wait, that was him?
No, but they're exactly the same.
Oh.
You'd believe it, right?
I obviously did, based on my reaction to to that information you just lied about.
If he stayed the same age for 8 years in between this and School of
I
Rock,
didn't think about it. I didn't realize that it was that big of a gap.
Kenan Thompson looks exactly the same. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Kenan Thompson, he's still in his 40s, like his early 40s, and I'm so shocked by that because he's been a constant presence in my life since before I was born.
Well, yeah, he's been with us for the long road, you know? We grew up with Kenan, even though he was a teenager when we were little.
I mean, we still grew up with him.
Yeah, we grew up watching him, you know?
I mean, he went from all that to SNL and now that one show with Don Johnson and Chris Redd that I don't think anyone has watched.
No,
Is it
but I
called
watch him on
Kenan?
SNL.
Yeah, it is.
The Kenan Thompson Show.
So, as I mentioned earlier that it's written by Judd Apatow, and I'm going to tell this story now because I love name dropping. It's one of my favorite pastimes.
You said this last week.
I know! I met Judd Apatow.
He doesn't care. He's just telling it again.
It was very nice. He laughed at my joke. He asked what me and my friend were studying. We said we were studying digital media, so film and TV. And he was like, oh, me. And I was like, yeah. We actually have a class just called Judd. He laughed at that. And then my real punchline, but it's all about Ashley Judd. Everybody fell to the floor. Standing ovation. Him and his handlers couldn't handle it, mostly because they wanted me to leave because he was late for something.
Oh, Dan.
Did you at least get a taco from him?
I didn't get a taco. I just got a picture. They were out of tacos at that point. He was giving out free tacos.
He was giving out free tacos and telling kids to vote.
At Marquette?
Yeah, it was on election day.
I saw it. I didn't
This
talk to him,
sounds
but
like
I
a
saw him.
fever dream. This absolutely sounds. I mean, like the part where he tells kids to vote, I hear ya. The taco part, I'm lost. You lost me. The part where he's at Marquette doing all this, I'm double lost. Why? What's the
I don't
Marquette
know.
connection?
But I think
He was touring. He was doing a stand-up tour, and that's just where he like was when the midterms was.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so he was like, I'm gonna go to Marquette and give kids tacos to vote.
Man, nobody ever did anything cool when I was in college.
Wasn't your speaker Jim Gaffigan? Or was
No,
or was
we
it
had
the,
a
or was it the
nun.
Spanish lady?
Oh.
It was the
Yeah, it was the
Spanish
Spanish
nun.
nun. It was the Spanish nun that they didn't have translation for.
Correct. And I understood it just fine. But for my parents, they were like, what's happening? And it was so wild because, I mean, granted, they did have a translation for her. She came up and she spoke in Spanish for 5 seconds, and then they had somebody read a speech she'd prepared that was translated to English. But it was wild, man. It was wild. So, no, we didn't have Jim Gaffigan.
Well, at least you had someone.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, Dan. Rip, 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 rip.
So I guess also speaking of Marquette, there's one other actor that I should say plays the role of Lars in this film, and it's our friend AJ Magoon.
Oh,
We went to college with AJ. He's fantastic. He's wonderful. We love him. And the entire time we watched the film, I was thinking, that's just AJ plus 30 pounds.
I mean,
If AJ got really built, that's
and
it.
a little bit
It's
taller.
perfect.
Sorry, AJ. We love a short man. I'm not trying to shame. This is a pro short man podcast. Don't worry.
So anyway, if you attended Marquette from 2014 to 2018, you get that reference, which I figure is about 80% of our listening audience.
Probably.
And now, after the stunned silence, let's get into the movie!
Woo! I'm going to be honest with you. This movie was so silly, so goofy, so made for children that I took approximately 5 notes.
but did you like how it goes off the rails at the end and just completely does not become a children's movie?
I liked it a lot. I thought it was a cute movie.
So, the movie starts out, it's the last day of school. Everyone's happy. Children are making out in public, grabbing ass.
Hated that. Nasty. There was a kid in a Tupac shirt. Did you see that?
It was 1995. Of course there was a kid in a Tupac
Yeah,
shirt.
gotta pay
Screamed.
respect.
I was like, oh, okay. We're just going to wear our Tupac shirts.
Yeah.
And it's nice. I literally, first of all, I dressed the same way the lead little kid does. With the oversized flannel and the t-shirt and the baggy jeans. That's an Anna Otto original.
I think they were Jenko jeans.
Probably.
So, after making his way home, our main character, Jerry, who is a child, unfortunately, with that name, he is surprised to find his parents home. And he's like, why? Did somebody die? And they're like, no, come in here. And everybody's worst nightmare is sitting in their living room. Tim Blake Nelson with a VHS tape. And he's here to show him a wonderful camp that he can go to.
Do you think after this, after, you know, he worked for Camp Hope or whatever, he moved to the Holes camp? And do you think
Camp
there was
Green Lake?
Yeah, that one. And do you think there was ever a mix-up where they send the fat kids to the Holes camp and the convicts to the fat camp?
And
Well, I
all
think
the
that would be
fat
a
kids
very
start
great-
saying, dig it up, dig it.
In the novel Holes, Stanley Yelnats is explicitly like a fat kid who gets sent there.
Is
Through
he?
the book, he loses a bunch of weight.
Oh, I read the book. I just didn't remember that.
Oh.
Well, there's also Armpit. He's a big kid.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, these, like, not convict children who are just fat going to dig
prison
holes to look
camp?
for treasure, to prison camp where they barely getting water and nutrients, and then all these convicts having the time of their life.
I mean,
Going on go-karts and stuff.
So Camp Green Green Lake. Nope, Camp Good Hope. Looks like it is the
just Camp
time of your life. You got go-karts, you got swimming, you got the blob in the water where you jump on it, you go flying 15 feet up in the air. You got everything you could want.
I guarantee you the blob is probably so much better at that camp because there's more weight being loaded onto the end of the blob.
They're probably flying. Those kids are probably getting at least 15 feet.
They said 15 in the
True.
Yeah.
in the trailer or whatever for the camp.
When I went to camp, we had one of those in the lake, and there was one camp counselor who was very large. And everybody always wanted to get launched off the blob by him. But he always said he'd only launch one person off. So, and we all had to choose who it was. And we always chose the smallest kid possible.
That's
and he
always what
flew
you do.
Like 45 feet in the air. He became
Absolutely
a distant
not.
memory at one point before he came down and he did not land well in the water either.
Oh yeah, I mean I guarantee you he was probably, I don't even need to be there to know he flew like a rag doll.
Yes, he did.
Absolutely not. That's all my fears coming true.
And the camp scene's great, and then Jerry realizes it's a fat camp. It's a weight loss camp. Jerry, he's 11 years old. He weighs, we find out, 142 pounds, I think is the number.
I also like that he tells Jeffrey Tambor to go to fat camp because he's fatter than him.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
So you're in 6th grade when you're 11, right?
Yeah,
around there.
6th grade. I was 10 in 5th grade. Yeah, 6th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And yes, he's a little larger of a 6th grader, but whatever.
He wasn't like outwardly obese though.
No, he was just a
he
cute
looked like a
little
6th
chubby
grader with a bunch
kid.
of baby fat.
Honestly,
like,
adorable.
Honestly, he definitely I think was in the right to call out his dad about that.
Yeah. And then looking at like the actor now, he is, oh my gosh, he is chiseled. He's
What's
got a
his name?
jawline that can kill.
I'm
his name
looking.
is Aaron Schwartz.
Aaron.
Did he have a Got
Schwartz.
Milk campaign?
I
I
wish.
hope so.
Did he drink? He probably just drank his 3 glasses of milk a day.
He probably drank skim.
Whoa,
Specifically, as they mentioned.
Good one,
The picture.
baby. Whoa, this is lustful. Gage had me watch. He made me watch. Not made me watch. He asked me if I wanted to watch Thunder Force yesterday because I have big feels for Jason Bateman and Bobby Cannavale, and they're both in that movie. And props to him. He sat and watched the whole movie while I went, "Whoa, baby, I'm getting thirsty" the whole time. And so sometimes I feel like when he listens to this podcast and I am thirsting openly, I just got handed to him. He has the thirstiest girlfriend on earth. And he puts up with it. Shout out to Gage. Thank you. Goodbye. But anyway, whoa, baby, you're right. He is chiseled.
Reluctantly, Jerry does end up going to the Camp Good Hope. And as he gets on the bus to go there, he meets the enthusiastic camp counselor, Pat.
And Keenan. He meets Keenan.
And Keenan. Actually, on the plane ride, he meets Keenan on the plane ride to North Carolina, where the camp is. Keenan is another member of the camp, and then on the bus, he meets a bunch of other people who are going to the camp. I need to mention that the bus driver's character is Pat Finley, who is the camp counselor. To name drop another person that I know in Hollywood.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
Marquette graduate and sitcom star, I'll say. If stars are things that appear once and then appear on something else once and then appear on another show once, Pat Finn. I got a good chuckle out of that. Anyways.
Do you think they named it after him?
I don't. I really don't.
Hey, you never
naming
know,
this-
right?
Yeah, Judd Apatow. I'm naming this character after big star Pat Finn.
Maybe he was just a big Seinfeld fan, because wasn't Pat on Seinfeld?
He was in one episode of Seinfeld.
Yeah, maybe that's just his favorite episode. So he's like, I'm gonna name it after the actor who played that one role.
Big
in that
Joe
one
Mayo fan.
episode. Yeah.
So when they get to the camp, Jerry's like, I did bring a little snack to tide me over. I brought some junk food. And then all the kids reveal this goddamn horde of junk food that they have snuck in, taped to their bodies, stuck in their socks.
Not
None
the
of
salami.
it sanitary.
Not
Some
the
of it
salami.
melted to the body.
The meat stick.
The warm salami made me want to be upset. Like ew. I could taste it. I could taste the warm salami. It was disgusting, and I hated it.
Yeah, it was stewing in the sweat of an airplane cabin.
I know children are gross,
That's
but that
some
scene,
pressurized salami.
I know children can be gross, but the scene where the little British boy goes, "Oh, my candy melted," and they're like, "Get a taste of England, boys," and they all start licking him. I was about to hurl. I was like, his nasty, sweaty little tummy with all that nasty chalk. No.
Dan, I've never been to camp. Could you confirm, is that what you do at camp, is lick British boys?
I was
Do
just
you,
going
as
to
a
ask. You did
child,
that when you
lick
went to
other
camp,
children?
right? Because I did.
I did not go to camp.
We had our sacrificial British boy.
No.
Okay.
We tied up like a Salem witch in the middle of the camp, but he was just covered in chocolate that he had taped to him over the 8-hour bus ride from suburban Chicago to northern Wisconsin.
No.
And we had to get him clean.
Is that what kids do at camp? They just are gross and lick food off of each other?
Also, I lied.
Yes.
I did kind of go to a camp.
That sounds threatening.
I went to a during the day program because both my parents work, called safari camp.
Oh.
But it was we did not go to the safari. We just went on field trips every day.
Did you
That
go to
still
the
sounds kinda
Rainforest
fun.
Cafe?
No, we didn't actually. We went to where did we go? I think we went to the bowling alley once. We went to Build-A-Bear one time, but unless you brought money, you couldn't build the bear.
Oh my god.
Oh.
So he just kind of chilled.
Watch
That
these other
sucks.
children play God, you mere mortal. They're creating life. What are you doing? Nothing.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Welcome to camp.
there was one day where I only had enough money for a bear and underwear for the bear. So it was just a bear wearing underwear.
At least he was decent, At least he was
I guess.
decent.
Yeah.
So, anyway, it's the first night at Camp Hope, and we get a speech from the owners, the Bushkins. And guess what? They're bankrupt. They have to sell the camp. Jerry Stiller is very upset about this.
He seems
Rest in peace.
Yes,
rip.
rest in peace,
Yes,
Jerry
for
Stiller.
real, rip.
So they did have to sell the camp, and who did they sell it to? But fitness entrepreneur Tony Perkis Jr. Played by
Benjamin
Ben
Stiller.
Stiller.
I love Ben Stiller.
Son of the Chandelier King of Chicago.
I think it's Pennsylvania.
Well, same. It's the same. It's around the same.
And let me tell you, Tony Perkis, he's got some ideas. He wants to use this camp and turn it into an infomercial to sell his weight loss technique. He's gonna.
He also. Oh, I was also going to say he also has a little bit of racism.
Uh-huh. And when he's going,
When he
yeah.
What did I miss? What did I
One
will
of my
admit
favorite-
I
one
was
of my-
folding
couple
laundry
of my
during this
favorite
scene.
jokes.
no.
Basically, he looks at when he's talking to all the kids.
Say
he's
no
like,
more. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, I think we should say it for our audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's looking at all the kids, saying what they could be in the future. He looks at Kenan Thompson. He's like, I see a future rapper.
And there's dead silence.
There's dead silence. And then he also looks at the British kid and he's like, I see the future president of the United States. And everyone's like, he's British.
Oh,
That had
Good joke.
the energy in that room when Ben Stiller is giving his speech is similar to the energy of the 9 a.m. middle school assembly where they bring in the scooter tricks guy or something.
No.
Did you have a BMX biker
Yes,
come and visit
we
your
did.
school?
And
We
he
had the
and
Packers visit.
and he always did the thing. He always did the thing where he's like, this is why you shouldn't cross the street while on your bike,
Yeah.
and then he would just he would purposefully lose when he could totally smoke those kids in a race.
Oh my god, he did smoke them when he came to our school. He was like, this is why you should get off your bike and walk when you're crossing the road, because it's faster. And then he raced them. Everyone who was running against finished after him.
Yeah,
He
it was
nothing.
yeah, he was the worst. He was one of the worst people we had. I'm
Y'all
glad we
really-
could share this.
Yeah.
This assembly, Dad.
We didn't have that in Wisconsin.
That's because you don't have bicycles in Wisconsin.
We don't have
Yeah.
bicycles. I'm trying to think. We didn't have like any. We had the Packers come once for like that Play 60, but it wasn't called Play 60 back then.
Uh-huh.
So that was fun. They asked me what my favorite healthy food was, and I said beer can chicken.
I got another assembly story.
Okay.
Go
In
ahead.
elementary school, we had a person bring birds of prey for
Oh
us
my
to
God!
look
Why
at.
did I think of Harley Quinn when you said that? Please tell me why I was like, why that movie wasn't
Well-
out yet. Okay.
Well, that's yeah. I mean, what was really weird was he was dressed as Harley Quinn.
Love
It was
that.
very odd. But he asked the group, the C of elementary school kids, name some birds of prey, and people are raising their hands saying owl and eagle and
Black
stuff.
Canary.
And Yeah, and I shoot my hand up, so confident
No.
in my answer.
Did you say beer can chicken?
I did not say beer can chicken. I raised my hand and I exclaimed cannibal.
No, Alex.
And he was like, I don't think that's correct. And after the assembly, in my head, I was like, man, this guy don't know nothing about birds.
Not the birds of prey, not the cannibal.
What type of a bird is
So-
that over there? Oh, that's the North American cannibal. You can tell by the fact that it's eating its partner's fucking head.
You can find those in Disney World where the birds actively ask for pieces of your turkey leg.
Yeah, so I never raised my hand at assemblies again.
Oh, you and I are one and the same, Alex.
So, anyways, Ben Stiller, he's got some plans, and some of those plans include getting rid of the go-karts, shutting them down,
Rip.
getting rid of the blob, just cutting it
Rip.
in half.
Rip.
Basically, removing anything fun and turning it into constant plyometrics, calisthenics, and weight loss.
I'm
I
gonna say
have-
it right away. I would really like to try that slidey workout they were doing.
I was literally
Yeah.
about to say that. I was like,
Right?
that thing looks so fun. All these fat kids are making a bigger deal out of it than it is.
like I would really
it looks
like
very fun.
I would really like to give it a shot. I think maybe I would get into working out if that was the case. But yeah, I don't know. That was the
Yep.
only part that really sounded fun to me.
Do you have, like, laminate or hardwood floors or something?
Yeah, I have hardwood.
Put some socks on, slide around.
No, our hardwood
you-
is like not that new. It's old. So that doesn't really work for us.
Well,
Maybe
Do
it's
you
just 'cause-
guys...
get some Vaseline.
Oh, okay.
slide
Let me just get right on that. Spread some olive
you
oil on
guys-
the floor.
For my third, do you guys?
Sorry.
no.
I don't know, maybe you could use some margarine.
Definitely country crock.
Oh,
But do you guys remember the carpet sliders that they always like tried to sell on Nickelodeon, and then they showed like a guy like doing grinds on like a rolled up carpet?
Yeah.
What? No.
Yeah. And they were like, don't use these on the stairs. And I was at a house with somebody who had them, and I did use them on the stairs. And
Oh, God.
I should have listened.
Did you eat it? Did you eat it?
I definitely hurt my butt falling down
not
the stairs
butt. Oh.
because they are like wearing very slippery socks and a very slippery hardwood floor. Jesus Christ. Those things are very fun but dangerous. Do not use them on the carpet. Don't use them on the stairs. Listen to the
God.
man.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm in pain just thinking about it.
They were
So,
very fun though.
not only has Ben Stiller changed how the camp acts, but he's also moved Pat, the bus driver and longest-serving camp counselor, 18 years.
He's adorable.
He is adorable. And I'm very, very happy that he's not played by Dan Schneider.
1010
Yes. Oh
probably
my God.
would have
Well,
dated
that's
this
because-
character, but if it was played by Dan Schneider, absolutely would not have. Thank you.
That's because it wasn't a Nick property. If it was a Nick property, 100% would be Dan.
Nope, all those children would have lawsuits if it was Dan Schneider. I'm just saying it
Well,
right
no,
now.
they're males. He usually. This is sad. I don't want to talk about this.
Boys have feet
Am I
too.
wrong? He is what?
Boys have feet too.
No,
Yeah,
I
well,
know,
he
but
was
he
a perv.
seemed
I'll
to
say it.
seemed to target allegedly seemed to target young females.
Well,
And
either
I'm
way.
I'm not trying to get you sued, Dan.
That man should not be
Do
around
it.
children. I'll say it. The controversy shows. Okay, continue.
So Pat has been moved out of his long-serving cabin and replaced with Lars, the German camp counselor, built, made of muscle, with a severely deviated septum. Snores like a motherfucker, keeps everyone up at night.
He's so gross. I hate him. I love Lars because I hate him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's so fun to hate. Like all the
we
scenes
also-
where he was hitting on the nurse, I just wanted to die.
We also get one of my favorite lines in the movie that me and my roommate, there's two, me and my roommate constantly quote each other. And the first one is Jeffrey Tambor telling Jerry on the phone when he's saying that they got rid of all the go-karts. We did not send you to go-kart camp.
Wouldn't that be a fun place to go, though? I wish that was real.
I mean, after like a month of go-karts, I feel like it would just be pointless.
Well, maybe it's like a 2-week camp, not like a
I don't know. Even after that, I mean, you can only go-kart for so much.
I'm trying to skirt my way around camp.
Maybe if it was like golf and stuff here in LA, which is exactly what it is. It's mini golf and stuff.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Also, it's like a family fun park.
Yeah,
Like
but
in
it's
the
golf
Dells.
and stuff. Yeah, but it's golf and stuff. They have golf and stuff.
Ah, I see. Golf and stuff.
It's
have
an
golf
hour
and
drive from
tattoos.
Ostrich Land.
What?
LA is crazy.
It's an hour drive from Ostrich Land.
What
Which
theme
is-
park ass world do you live in?
Ostrich Land is an ostrich and emu farm where you can feed the ostriches, and their slogan is "Come feed these bad boys," and I love it. And I've been there twice.
I'd love to visit. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, you get to feed ostriches for like $5, and
Yeah.
they are scary and
That's
big birds.
everything.
And then like a 5-minute drive from there is a Dutch city
Love that.
called
Field trip,
Solvang.
everyone. Field trip.
Well, speaking of feeding, Ben Stiller then feeds the boys to the rival camp, Camp MVP, in a vicious game of softball.
Literally, why would you have kids who go to a sports camp do their sports against these unathletic that just sounds so mean. It just sounds so mean. Okay.
I mean,
Yes.
I don't think Ben Stiller's trying to be nice here.
I know, but I wish he was. Okay.
Also, something that I forgot to mention when he's giving his monologue, as an only child, he never grew up around children, so he's excited to spend time around them.
That's not how being an only child works.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, actually, I'm like the opposite. I don't want to be near any children.
Correct. Same.
So Tony, one of the other campers, nope, not Tony. Josh is one of the other campers.
Sorry.
Tony is Ben Stiller. I'm great at reading. Josh, one of the other campers, stands up to Ben Stiller when he discovers all the cache of candy and sweets and snacks that the campers have left. Josh stands up and he gets kicked out, sent home. Pack your bags, kids. You're done here.
Well,
a
they don't
tough little kid.
explicitly say that. He just disappears.
He does. He gets disappeared.
He gets Thanos snapped.
He sleeps with the fishies.
Thanos was like, I'm going to snap away one fat kid somewhere in
Not
this
the
world.
one fat kid. She's Louise.
And then, to add further insult to injury, Ben Stiller's like, we're going to have a dance with Camp Magnolia and all the girls. And you're going to dance, and you're going to get embarrassed, and they're going to make you want to lose weight here, kids. And obviously, the counselors are like, this is a terrible idea. And when the date of the dance comes, it's a terrible idea. It's like every middle school dance, completely separated across the gym or wherever they were. The boys have no confidence in themselves.
Correct.
The girls are like, oh, just come over and ask me to dance, please. And then the counselors...
And there's a horrible joke about bulimia in the season. In the scene.
Oh, yeah, that aged very well.
I screamed. I absolutely screamed. I was like, that's not good.
And I know Ben Stiller, like, his whole MO with this is to make the fat kids feel like not good about themselves. But I'd just like to point out that I don't think Lars got the memo because he is having the time of his life.
Honestly, if I was a counselor at this camp and they had a dance, I would have said, absolutely yes. I would have been busting it down on the dance floor. The kids probably wouldn't have danced just because they would have been embarrassed to be near me. But that's for the best because I just love dancing and I know I'm not good at it. But I would have been right there with Lars. I'd been like, let's get it, Lars. I don't like you, but let's dance.
I know last episode I said once the clubs reopen, I'm going to dance like Tom Hanks in the clubs. I think I got to go with the Lars dance.
I think
Absolutely.
you do too.
Much better choice.
So in a move to convince the kids to dance and enjoy themselves, Tim and Pat and the camp nurse Julie,
So cute.
very cute. They go out there and they act a fool on the dance floor, to use the common parlance of today's times.
Mood.
And guess what? Kids do. They enjoy it. They go to dance. You
Which
know who
makes
doesn't
me
like
so
that?
happy.
Ben Stiller doesn't
Benjamin
like that.
Stiller.
He cuts the power.
Not before one of the kids start making out with each other. The two of the kids start making out with each other.
Pheromones flying. Ben Stiller cuts the power. Kids are not humiliated. They're just disappointed. So overall, score 1 for the kiddos. That's 1 point for Ben Stiller, 1 point for the children. His 1
case
point
you're
game
keeping
in the
score.
softball game.
If Chris Farley taught me anything, a dancing fat man will always win.
Absolutely.
If myself has taught me anything, it's that I prefer
Not-
large
yeah.
men.
So,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh
Sorry,
my God.
segue. I'm literally, again, I'm going to tell you about Thunder Force. So there was a
Is
scene.
a movie? Is it a TV
Yeah, it's a
show?
movie.
I don't know
it's
what
a
Thunder
Melissa
Force
McCarthy
is.
movie. Go watch it. It's funny.
Okay.
There's a scene where Melissa McCarthy, she's getting strength training because she's becoming a superhero. And they go, okay, this weight weighs 170 pounds. That's the weight of the average man, or 140. I can't remember. Whatever the average weight of the average man is. And she goes, seems a little light to me. But then again, I like bigger men. And I was like,
Even though Melissa McCarthy's husband is very short,
Yeah.
a very, very small man.
he is a petite man. Anyway, carry on.
So, late at night, the kids hear a sound in their cabin, and it's Josh having reappeared in the dark. He seems like a zombie. Brainwashed. Josh did bad. Now Josh do good. But it's all an act. He's playing for them.
Oh, you got brainwash, I got lobotomy. And that's what's great about art.
I got
It's
zombie.
subjective.
It's subjective. We saw that scene, that masterful scene, and you took a different thing away from what I saw and Anna saw. And I think that's what shows that this movie is very good. and talks a lot about the human psyche.
It really does raise the point that we live in a society.
In a society.
Not a society.
I really liked it when Josh came back and he goes, "I'm the Joker, baby."
I hate you.
Anyway, come back in 54 episodes or whatever to hear us talk about Joker.
I look forward to it.
100th episode special.
I'm holding you to that. You do
I know,
realize
I'm holding
that, right?
myself to it too. I want to push this out as far as I can so I don't have to watch Joker again. Yeah, anyway, back to a better movie than Joker. Tony kicked him out, but Josh is like, my dad's a lawyer. He kicked me out with a refund, so now I gotta come back here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why Josh would have been like, Dad, just get the refund. But Tony wouldn't be getting the refund.
Maybe, I know it's like a quote-unquote fat camp. I don't even really like saying that because I think it's stupid. But I think, it's still a time to spend time with your friends that you'll only see once a year. Like, at the bottom of it all, don't you think he just wanted to be around his friends? And he was probably a little bit excited to just go back and see those guys?
Yeah.
Plus he likes busting Tony's balls.
True.
I think that might have been the bigger reason. He just seems like a ball buster, and you gotta love him for
Busted day balls.
So, as Tony goes on an early morning, what can only be described as insane person run, dance run.
I loved it. It was very jazzercise, very Zumba, very something.
The kids, they sneak into Tony's office to search for the confiscated snacks, which they do eventually find with the letters that they have been writing home. They have all not been sent out. They're all stacked up in a pile, and that's a federal crime.
Yeah, I was going to say, that feels illegal, besides the fact that you're not supposed to tamper with mail. Like, hiding literal letters to children's family feels wrong. I don't know.
And I know when I went to camp, they made us write a letter home once a week. And it was always like, why?
How long were you at camp?
This?
I never went to overnight camp because I had separation anxiety. So I want to understand this.
I mean, I was only there for 2 weeks. Like, for 3 years, I went for 2 weeks.
Oh, so that's just 2 letters each.
Yeah, and I was
year.
like, I'll see them in 2 weeks. I'll tell them because in my letters are like, "Hello, parents. I'm writing to you. Camp is fun. I'm enjoying it. Okay, bye."
You hit him with the old "Hello, mother."
Hello,
father.
Here I am at Camp Granada.
Yeah, that's the one.
We went to Painted Penguin one year at our camp, and I painted my parents a gorilla. I think that's the same thing.
Yeah. The only time I went to overnight camp, I had a very traumatic night, and I don't want to particularly talk about it on the podcast because it's kind of gross. So that's all that I'll say about that.
Cool.
I got my period, and it was bad.
Oh.
I knew. See?
I mean, I don't know. It's just,
it was just traumatic for a girl my age.
Well, yeah, I can
13.
imagine.
Now as an adult, I'd be like, oh, dang it. But like at 13, I was like,
Oh,
I'm
crap.
dying. Oh, crap. But as an
Oh, crap.
as a child, it was traumatic. As an adult, I'd be like, y'all, I ain't about this. We gotta go back. This is an issue. I gotta change some clothes.
So the kids, they start eating their secret stash of food, including the British boy who is sitting on the ground in Tony's office, even as Tony comes back, just chowing down what I think is a thing of marshmallow fluff or something. Just a big jar
mood.
of food.
Literal mood.
And because of this, the kids all gain weight or stay at the same weight that they were at the next weigh-in.
Dan, I cannot believe you forgot to mention the fart.
Oh God, I hate.
I don't like fart jokes.
I know. I don't either. But I mean,
fake.
You gotta mention the fart.
No, I don't believe that you don't like fart jokes.
He's like,
Who, me or
Anna
Anna?
and Dan don't like fart jokes.
Alex.
I gotta blend
I
in.
don't like fart jokes. The only fart joke I think has ever worked is in a Japanese old Ozu film called Good Morning, which is like Again, very like film. Yeah.
There's a fart joke.
Thank you. I just wanted acknowledgement.
It's fine.
No, it wasn't good. It wasn't a good fart. No fart jokes are good. I just wanted the acknowledgement.
Oh my god.
Just to make you feel ire towards me, I guess.
So, since the kids have gained weight, Tony, after earlier canceling lunch due to lack of hustle, deal with it.
Horrifying.
He decides, well, gotta really whip these kids into shape. 20-mile hike tomorrow.
These kids
no
would
preparation.
probably die. I would die.
I walk a good amount. I don't walk as much as, like, the retired 55-year-old who now lives in Florida and has nothing to do all day except for walk.
The mall walkers? You're not a mall walker?
I'm not a mall walker, but I, like, over the winter when it's too cold to bike or something, I'll walk a good 6-7 miles a day. 20 miles is so much.
Yes.
It is so long. And to subject...
That's almost a marathon.
Yeah. It's 6.2 miles short of a marathon. And to subject these portly children to this,
Yes,
who
they
are
are
who do not
portly.
have the proper water or preparation for this, it's attempted murder, Ben Stiller.
I think if you took any children on a 20-mile walk without the proper training, it would be attempted murder, whether they were portly or not. And
But that's the thing.
what?
It's not even a walk. Like, there are inclines.
Yeah, this is a hike.
God,
A fat person's worst nightmare.
that's my worst nightmare.
It's a lot of people's worst nightmares. Let's be real.
I
Every time
foresaw
I see a
myself
staircase at the
enjoying
mall,
like
I sob.
I foresaw myself enjoying like a little bit of the incline, like, Adventure Anna. But then on mile like 2, I'd be like, ugh, no.
Well, this is my favorite part. This is where the third act turning point happens, and instead of getting like somewhat crazy Ben Stiller, we get off the rails crazy Ben Stiller.
Yes.
And that's my favorite Ben Stiller.
I
He
really like
friggin' jumps
that.
into the tree.
I also like, at this point, we get insane, deranged Ben Stiller as 1/3 of what's happening, and then the other 2/3 are a fairly standard by the book, like, good message children's movie.
Oh, for sure. Like, literally, they just were like, what can we write that does not fit this movie at all, but we're still going to keep it anyway?
Let's apocalypse
that's why I like
now
the movie.
Ben Stiller for a little bit, while these kids learn to respect themselves.
Oh, Ben Stiller.
Yeah. So, Ben Stiller... The kids are complaining. He's like, you want to complain? You want to do something fun? I'll do something fun. He jumps off a ledge, grabs onto a tree, and is like, now I'm having some fun. And he just goes off the wall. He's insane. And the kids are like, we need to do something about this. So they set up a trap to trick him to falling into a pit, which he does fall for. He falls into a pit. And then the campers imprison him in a makeshift electrified cell. In some shack that they have at this camp.
And the password to get in is
A
Yankee
war
Doodle.
crime.
It's something.
Yeah. But, like,
But it's good. It's a good war crime. It's one of the good ones.
it's a good war. I mean,
Kids will be kids.
Yeah, kids will be kids. Boys will be boys, Dan.
No,
this is
I did not want to say
locker
boys will
room
be
talk.
boys. Not locker room talk. Not the locker room talk.
Okay, set the scene. Alex, we're in a locker room at our local gym. Hey, how's it going?
Dan,
I hate
Dan,
this.
Dan, I need to get out of here before I see old wrinkly penis. Please, can we go to the pool now?
Okay, but before
not
we
the
do
locker
that-
room talk.
Before we do that, do you want to hop into this makeshift cell that I've electrified with a loose wire?
Dan, no, oh no, here they come. Dan, we need to go to the pool now.
Meanwhile, I'm already in the pool having a lot of fun. Splashing around.
In the men's locker room, it's just old balls.
Yeah, it is just old balls.
Well,
Speaking of, I'm not gonna say speaking of old balls to transition.
I'm very upset.
You know what they say? Every wrinkle in your balls is one age. One
age.
1 year. 1 year. You
Not one age. One wrinkle equals one prayer.
Every wrinkle you get, an angel gets his wings.
Ew.
So, to celebrate Ben Stiller being locked up,
What, you want to skip this? You don't want to talk about this, Dan?
I would like to not refer to testicular wrinkles like the rings of a tree.
I hate this so much.
What
My
about the
mom
rings-
listens to this podcast.
What
you
about the
guys.
rings of Lord of the Rings?
We've replaced WAP with testicles, and I don't
I
know
hate
how I
it.
feel
Let's go
about
back to WAP.
So the kids, they throw a wild binge-eating bonfire party. They go hog wild. They go crazy. They have
They
what
also-
is, in essence, the Jimmy Neutron Day Without the Parents,
Yes.
where they go crazy.
I loved
before
the
the
Jimmy
Jimmy- this-
Neutron movie when I was
Jimmy
little.
Neutron stole from Heavyweight.
Yeah, 6 years later.
Basically.
You mean
Yeah.
Heavyweights walked so Jimmy Neutron could run?
So Jimmy Neutron
Yes.
could fly.
Yeah,
loved
I mean,
that
I think Jimmy
movie.
Neutron, the Jimmy Neutron scene is a little better because you do get Sheen peeing in the shower
I hate-
twice.
Still doing it.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
But I will also like to mention the fact that they threaten Lars with deportation.
Yeah.
That was low-key so funny, though.
They not only threaten Lars with deportation, in the next scene, they tie Lars up to a tree.
That was before.
Oh, sorry.
He gets
They tie
viciously
Lars up-
He was
attacked
already
by a
tied up
deer.
at this point.
rub honey on his chest and say, well,
Oh
there
my
are
God.
bears in this forest.
That was
Lars-
so funny, though. That had me dying. I was like, not the honey.
He
Okay.
pleads for his life and then gets viciously attacked by a doe. Who just,
Please,
who
I'm
just
a
calmly
vegetarian.
shows up. The joys of childhood.
Oh, God.
I remember our fun tree game where we tied up the German man and put honey on him.
Kids, when I was
It was like
age,
it was like ghosts in the graveyard around the house and tie the German man to the tree and put honey on him.
We just called it retribution for the war. I don't know why
Not
everybody
the
was
war.
offended by it.
Hey, I mean, it's like that dialect thing, Some people call it different things. It's like, pop and soda, bubbler and water fountain.
oh my God.
Fun children's game and sign of future sociopathy.
Yeah.
It's a regional
was-
thing.
Oh my God. I literally just listened to a podcast about a murderer who, it's Ed Kemper,
Did they
in case you're
kill?
curious.
Did they kill?
Oh,
Small
Ed
animals
Kemper?
in their
Is he
youth? 'Cause
like
they all did?
No. It's about
Ed-
how his family used to play electric chair when he was little, and he
Yeah.
blames that on why he killed people. What were you going to say?
I was just confirming that Ed Kemper is a very, very tall guy
Yes.
that is also very calm
Correct.
now.
He loves
Yes.
to talk about why he killed people. That is correct.
Yeah.
He was
I
also.
mean, like outside of the murders, he seems like a pretty nice dude.
That's a pretty big
Can you
caveat.
think about what you just said, Alex?
I mean, I've watched interviews with him, and he seems like polite, other than
Okay.
the murdering.
Look,
you can
you
be.
know-
No, two things can be true. You can be polite and also be a horrible murderer.
Yes.
Alex.
I think that's true. I mean, how do you think he got to murder people by
With
being
knives
polite?
and
Well, yeah, I mean, that's like the physical way of doing it, but like the emotional manipulation way is like, hi, hello, my name is Ed Kemper.
I don't think he
And
introduced
I would-
himself.
And I would like to invite you to my home. No strings attached, nothing crazy going on here.
JK.
No
And
ifs,
then-
knives, or buts. Did I say knives? Whoops, I meant ands.
Yeah.
He's a terrible
not-
person, though.
Oh, awful person does seem like very polite in interviews.
He's
Not to
giving
turn
me
this
Ted
into
Bundy
the-
vibes. Anyway.
Not to turn this into the
sorry.
world's 8 millionth serial killer true crime podcast.
God, I'd listen to it. I love serial killer podcasts.
We don't talk about the murders. We talk about whether or not we would invite them over to a nice brunch.
No,
Ed Kemper,
absolutely
he
not.
gets an invite. Ed,
No, he
Ed
doesn't.
Kemper,
he goes
Ed
outside.
Kemper, I would invite John Wayne Gacy. No, never in a million years.
I would
the
not invite a
entertainment,
single
Pogo the
serial
Clown.
killer to my home. Are you kidding me? They're not invited. They can stay
Okay.
away.
Not a serial killer, but I would invite DB Cooper to my party.
No.
Just
No.
to get answers.
Crimes. No murderers. No crimes. I don't want any of that coming into my home. Thank you.
Mothman, yes. Bigfoot, no.
Correct.
So the campers start working out, and they start taking care of their own health for themselves, which is good, and they make camp home fun again. And then it's Parents' Day, so the parents show up.
Wait,
Uh,
we somehow skipped over after they tortured the Lars, they like pig out on junk food, and I loved it. It was everything.
No, we didn't. We talked
We
about
didn't
that.
skip
Where was
that?
I? Was I busy
I don't-
thinking about
We talked about Jimmy Neutron.
yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. I guess we just talked about serial killers in such depth that my brain switched tracks for a second there, and I just forgot. Okay, never mind. It's
Would this
Parents'
movie
Day.
be better, worse, or the same with Ed Kemper as the main character?
I
Which
don't
main-
like
there's a lot of
thinking about
As
that.
Jerry. As adult 1995 Ed Kemper playing
Are we gonna
11-year-old child.
I mean, he
Discuss his
he-
murders, because then I'm interested.
I mean, he was a bigger dude, so I think he would fit in there, right?
I think he wouldn't fit in because he was in his 40s at the point
And
that
also
they
a
filmed
murderer.
Oh. Maybe
A
he plays
murderer.
one of the camp counselors then.
He could.
Y'all, he was a murderer.
Look, we know that.
Yeah, we know that, but like, he's polite.
Oh my fuck! I'm about to
wears
turn this
glasses.
whole ass podcast off. Y'all would be some Ted Bundy sympathizers. I know it.
No,
I see
Ted
'em.
Bundy sucks.
No, y'all would be like, oh, but he's so handsome. I see it.
No.
Y'all would be pulling the his hair is flowing card.
I don't think a murderer can be handsome after they've murdered, but I do think they can be polite.
Okay, you're treading a fine line. Let's finish this movie off. I'm done. Let's finish this movie off.
So, it's Parents' Day, and Dr. Phil is there checking up on Jerry, his son. And they're shown a video.
He did confirm that he did not send his kid to go-kart camp,
Yes.
which is good.
They're showed a video of Tony's cruelty, and how he basically tortured the kids. But guess what? That video gets interrupted by Tony appearing through what
Can we-
yonder window breaks.
Can we rewind and and talk about how he escaped his prison?
Oh God. But like
By-
honestly, I also would have fallen prey to one Hershey kiss, so I'm not like judging. Those are my favorite candy.
He lures the British child over with one Hershey kiss, which he then drops on the ground, and the British child has to let go of his guard.
While also saying, "You're a good guard. I'm broken. I will not try to escape."
Yeah.
Just emotionally manipulating this poor British farty child.
It's a mood. It's okay. I feel it in my bones. I also would have fallen prey, and I also fart a lot, so it's okay.
Yeah, so Ben Stiller, now insane, gets in a fight with Dr. Phil, and he tries to do a series of backflips.
Wait, sorry, I gotta stop again.
Okay.
Because we have reached my second favorite line that me and my roommate always quote, which is after they finish playing the video, Ben Stiller claps and says, "The cinematography, the editing techniques."
Yeah.
Doesn't he go something like the villain? Anyway.
And before he does the backflips, I'd like to add, he smashes a bunch of glass on the ground and steps on it like an
little
insane man.
He's having a psychotic break for sure.
and karate chops Jeffrey Tambor.
Yes.
I mean,
I would also do that.
I say mood. I couldn't remember if he was alive or not, so I didn't want to but
Nah, he is.
It's a Disney
he
movie.
played-
People don't die in Disney movies.
I mean IRL Dion. I loved Arrested Development though, and I felt really guilty about it because of him. But we already discussed that I'm in love with Jason Bateman, so that's where that stems from.
The camp is going to be closed because, Tony gets taken away. Ben Stiller gets, we assume, put in an asylum or something.
I really hope he is, the character, not the actual Ben Stiller. I hope he's getting his mental health checked out.
Yeah, honestly, I think he has a really good case to plead insanity, especially because he was jailed against his will.
Here's my theory. I think that this character knows something about his father's business. Because his father, who we see later, there's something going on. It seems like he has mob connections.
And so you think he money launders?
Yeah, there's no way he's making that much money just on chandeliers alone.
And I think that in exchange for a plea deal or something for Ben Stiller, young Ben Stiller, he agrees to become a rat, basically, for the FBI, who are doing this big sting on his father. And
Kind of love that.
He gets moved from either Pennsylvania or North Carolina, depending on where he was, to California, Southern California. And he becomes a gym owner of
Yeah,
Globo
I see
Gym.
where you were going with that.
And that's how it
That's
ties
like
in
his
to
Yeah,
Dodgeball.
that's like his that explains, his new name because he was put in the Witness Protection Agency or whatever.
Witness Protection Program. And it also explains why both of them are fucking insane.
I really want to watch
and
Dodgeball now.
also Ben Stiller, heavyweights Ben Stiller, also does admit that he was like 300 pounds when he was younger, which is also canon in Dodgeball.
Yes.
So it all ties in.
And one more thing, they both have the same penis.
That is true, yes.
Goodbye. We've come full circle. I'm hanging up. Oh, goodness. Not the penis.
So the camp, it's announced that the camp is going to be closed. And the kids are like, no, wait, we just want to have a fun summer at camp. And they're like, well, I mean, you got the money, you already paid for it. So as long as there's just an adult here who watches over it, I don't give a shit. It's like, I guess, who's been here the longest? All the camp counselors say how long they've been there. And then Pat goes, well, I've been here 18 years. To which Ben Stiller goes, 18 years? Jesus Christ. And then Pat gets put in charge of Camp Hope. And the one final thing they have to do is they have to do the Colonial Apache Games. The last 10 minutes of this movie are a great
They
cultural
truly should
history.
have.
They
should have ended it.
You need, but like you always need in any camp movie
Always.
a relay race against the private rich kids naughty camp.
Maybe
And
we
it always
could have
just has
done
to
the
be
relay
themed
race
Native
in our.
American. Just because they are.
Maybe
Yeah.
we could have done the relay race just like in some gym shorts and a t-shirt, some tennis shoes. We don't have to appropriate, but I'm just throwing something out there, What do I know? I'm just a
It
girl
is
got her
realistic,
period at
though.
kayak camp.
Because everyone that I know that went to camp, and at my camp, all the like group names or stuff, they were all Native American names.
Oh, Girl Scout camp
my
is
high
not
school
like
was
that.
all the high schools in my district were Native American names.
Girl Scout camp was not like that. I'll say again. My camp name was Avocado. I went to the Extreme Teens kayak camp. Yeah, that's that on that. Girl Scout camp, super fun.
One of the parts of the relay race is like a smart quiz.
Yeah.
God.
A smart
That's
person
a-
smart quiz. Obviously,
An
you do
IQ
very well.
quiz. Alex would not be our anchor on that part of it.
Hey, well, guess what? I don't know which middle schooler would know the Mona Lisa for sure. Okay, that's an easy one. But most of the art that they showed, I would maybe be able to tell you the artist. Could not tell you the name of the art.
Me either. No, I was like, what in the fancy school is this? What in
He's a
the...
British kid. All they know is art history.
I don't think that's true.
And we've got the Italian knowing how to shave a balloon with like a single blade razor.
God.
Basically, under these camp games, camp MVP takes the lead in the obstacle course, and then there's the smart person smart test that Camp Hope catches up with. And then the last leg of the race is a go-kart race. And Jerry, in a new souped-up go-kart, pulls it out, gets the win. Everyone's very happy. The camp MVP counselor, who I swear is an actor from another movie, and I do not know what he's from. But anyway, he's like, I am contesting the win. I'm not certifying the results of this election. Of this race.
Goodbye.
And Pat's like, you know what? Fuck you! Throws it in the lake. Throws the prize, the trophy, into the lake. Having fun
mood.
is more important than a trophy. To which I say,
True.
wrong.
Oh, we're on different pages.
Fun
Nah,
is
that was
temporary. A $12 trophy is forever because it's plastic.
Yes.
True.
I agree with Dan here. Honestly, if it's plastic though, probably just came right back up. Started
Yeah.
That's
floating.
true, yeah. It was filled with beans.
It's like
It
dry
sunk
beans.
all the way down. Yeah, dry beans. And then
Camp MVP people probably went and got it out after the movie ended. You know,
And
the
then,
unseen footage.
Pat shares a kiss with the nurse Julie.
Love that part. That was everything.
And Jerry thanks Pat for the best summer of his life. And then the credits roll. And then the credits end. And then Ben Stiller is a door-to-door supplement salesman.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I did too. He sells healing crystals. I didn't even see it. That's just on the end of the Wikipedia summary.
Yeah, I forgot there's a end credit scene, which again is like dodgeball.
Yeah. So that's Heavyweights. That's the film.
I would if it's okay with you, Dan, I'm going to ask your permission. I would like to take this opportunity to talk about Slimecore, since this is what I feel kind of is one of the first entries into the subgenre.
The what?
The
You're gonna need to
subgenre, the movie
explain.
subgenre of Slimecore. Okay, so I am obsessed with a subgenre of movies called Slimecore.
Oh boy.
And I'm going to give you what I have created is a list of what makes a movie Slimecore. And I think this is kind of like the first one where it kind of started to get that sort of feel and then kind of ran away with it. So most of these movies came out in the 90s and early 2000s. It stars a young male protagonist who is often misunderstood. There is a cameo where you exclaim, "Why the fuck are you in this movie?" Probably a fart joke. Some sort of mess is made. Someone who's just doing their job is treated as the villain. Crazy sound effects, crazy transitions, wide-angle lenses, possibly fisheye, saturated colors, has an unneeded action sequence, lots of licensed music, and there's an extra point if there's a Smash Mouth song.
I have a question. Did you
Yes,
create
hello.
this genre?
What?
Did you
Sorry,
create
yeah.
this genre? It's okay, Dan.
I kind of
Okay.
did. But here are some movies that me and my roommates and friends have kind of decided fall in the Slimecore. So obviously Heavyweights kind of was like, the start of it. Shrek.
I knew you
kind
were
of
gonna say
can
Shrek.
fall.
I was waiting
Shrek
for it.
definitely. Shrek has some Slimecore. Big Fat Liar is prime Slimecore.
Cute.
Yes.
Max Keeble's Big Move, if you've ever seen that. Snow Day.
Cute.
Yes.
Cat in the Hat.
I've actually never seen that.
Me.
The live action version
Yes.
of Cat in the Hat. A little bit. It kind of falters a little bit. Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why
little
is
bit.
it
There's
slime core?
well, because a lot of it is like Nickelodeon slime comes from that Nickelodeon
Thank you.
era.
Yeah.
Yes. Heavyweights, The Pacifier with Vin Diesel.
I love the pacifier.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl. The live action Country Bears.
Not
Good Burger.
the live action Country Bears featuring Elton John.
Yep. Good Burger, obviously. The Jake Gyllenhaal comedy movie Bubble Boy, which is extremely racist. And How to Eat Fried Worms are all the ones I've watched that seem like they would fall into it. I still have to watch Master of Disguise.
Yes,
and
that absolutely is.
Daddy Daycare. Snow Dogs, maybe. Hoot. Does anyone remember Hoot?
I remember Hoot. That was based on a book, just like How to Eat Fried Worms was.
And
I read
Holes.
How to Eat Fried Worms. I love
Holes. Yeah. But like, I mean, in like Max Keeble's Big Move, there was an ice cream man that they just terrorize.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just trying to do his job.
I have 4 additions.
Yes, hello.
Okay, Spy Kids.
Love.
Okay, yeah.
Spy Kids, Island of Lost Dreams.
If it's all
course,
4
yes.
just Spy Kids movies, I don't know how
Spy
many
Kids
there are.
3D Game Over.
No.
Yes.
And if you will remove the requirements for licensed music, saturated colors, and fart jokes, Saving Private Ryan.
Goodbye. Hanging up.
I mean, are we saying then that the Nazis are just trying to do their job
No.
and they're treated as villains?
No, they are
'Cause
villains.
that you didn't mention that part was
They
not
are
in there.
villains. Goodbye.
But that is Slimecore, and I'm glad we were able to talk about it because I love Slimecore, and I think it is one of the best subgenres of film.
Thank you for
Oh,
introducing
okay.
it.
Yeah, I mean, right now the background of my computer is Paul Giamatti from Big Fat Liar.
No. Thank you for introducing us to this idea, though, Alex. I do appreciate you
Yes.
broadening my film horizons, no matter how goofy.
I mean, if you're looking for another series of movies, I would 100% be down to talk about Slimecore. And
Yes,
do
anytime that
Slimecore movies.
we do a Slimecore movie, we have to have you on because you are the expert.
I am the expert of Slimecore.
Yeah. I was looking through some of the quotes from the movies, and I remember what my favorite was. The way that it's written on IMDb is very funny, so I'll read it like that. But it's the scene where they confiscate all the food, and specifically, this is where he takes the salami from the kid that's wrapped around the kid's stomach. And it says, Tony Perkis, upon finding contraband salami. Oh, look! A deli meat!
That was so funny. I literally almost peed my pants over the stupidest line in the movie about deli meat. I was crying.
Because Ben Stiller I'm pretty sure the Ben Stiller show had come out, but he wasn't like a household name yet, was he?
Reality Bites had already come out.
Oh,
And he directed and wrote Reality Bites in addition to
Gotcha.
starring in it. So he was known. Like, he was a known person. But he wasn't a like top liner. On a
yeah,
movie
because
poster.
he wasn't really even like top billed in this movie.
He wasn't on the
No.
poster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And also, Judd Apatow hated, and the rest of the people who wrote it and made the movie hated the poster. In a
Really?
tweet, he said, the marketing guys gave us a bunch of options for the posters, and we told them which ones they liked, and it was all of them except for this one. And then they came back with the poster, which is Lars inside a hot dog bun being held up by 4 kids.
Lars
That's the
isn't
one
even
they
the
said to
main
go with.
villain. He's
I
not
know.
the main
Is-
villain.
is this an assumption that they're going to kill and eat Lars?
I mean,
Yes.
they did try to hunt a cow.
That is true. I forgot they did try to kill and eat a cow.
Anna,
Yes.
what are your thoughts?
I thought it was cute. It's not really something I'd reach for. Gage really likes this movie. He watched it a lot growing up. And I do love Ben Stiller. I think he's very funny. I really like him in Dodgeball, which is pretty much the same exact character. So I was laughing a lot at him. And I loved seeing like little Kenan Thompson. But it was just kind of like a cutesy, feel-good movie. I didn't feel too strongly about it one way or the other, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel similar to you.
Again, I
did-
was doing laundry while I watched. I'm sorry, everyone. So maybe that was part of why I was just kind of blah 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 about it. But socks had to be paired up. Shirts had to be folded. So
Sure they did.
you both seem so annoyed that I was doing my laundry. You were just both staring at me with such disdain.
Anna, would you do laundry in a movie theater?
Maybe,
Exactly.
if I could.
Excuse me, miss, if you bring that laundry basket in, it needs a ticket of its own. Oh, don't worry, it has one.
Mm-hmm.
You're just sitting, folding laundry, it's in the seat next to you.
Pretty much, holding my popcorn.
Yeah, but I agree with you. I think that it's fun. I do like Ben Stiller's character a lot. I think that the kids movie part of it, I really feel like you have to separate it between the kids movie part of it and the Ben Stiller part of it.
Yeah.
The kids movie part of it, it's fine. It's a kids movie. It's nothing. I don't think it's anything really special about it. It's got a good message eventually. It doesn't really start out
after all the jokes at the expense of fat children.
Yeah, after 80% shaming fat children, which is always a good thing for a movie to do. But
they got there. It
gets there. You just got to work through it.
Didn't love the making fun of children. That seems not great. But
I'm pretty sure.
I'm
pretty sure one of the kids. I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure one of the kids didn't. It might have been the main kid. Didn't want to do the movie for obvious reasons, and they said. The producer said, well, we won't put you in the Mighty Ducks.
It was the kid who played Joe, right? Isn't that his name, Joe?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
They were like, we're not going to put you in the Mighty Ducks unless you do this movie. So that's cool.
That's so
nice.
manipulative.
Let's manipulate a child.
I got nothing else to do today. I can
movie.
manipulate a child.
A child that's going to be seen by his friends in this fat camp movie. But I guess he'll be redeemed in his
duck form.
Skating movie.
His hockey movie.
I don't know. I've never seen the Mighty Ducks.
It's about hockey.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure what's his face, Emilio Estevez is in it, right?
I don't know. I have never seen it either, TBH. My grandma owned it on VHS when I was little, but I think it was just because she owned a bunch of Disney movies on VHS when I was little, in case me and my cousin ever wanted to watch them. But we always watched the same 2 movies.
That is the one grandma thing you have to do. To be a good grandma, you have to have Disney VHSs.
Mm-hmm. She had them all.
So, Alex.
Yeah, what's up?
Would this movie be better, worse, or the same with John Belushi?
No.
John Candy. I remembered.
Wrong
John Candy.
Wrong John.
As, I guess Pat.
Yeah.
Or Lars.
No, I think Pat. I think Pat would be his
Lars.
best. And I knew I was thinking about what my answer to this question would be because I knew you were probably going to pick Pat. And I think he would have been fun to have in the movie, but I know a lot. He didn't like doing comedy based off his weight.
Yeah.
I know a lot of his comedy he wanted to do that was, he did play like a big kind of oafish guy, but a lot of it was just kind of how he acted, not like him being, fat.
He was
so I don't.
Sorry, if I may interrupt, I feel like a lot of his roles were much more himbo-y than they were about him being fat.
Exactly. And that was kind of like his stipulation was he didn't like making jokes just at the expense of being fat. So I think he would be fun in the role. I just don't think he would want to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree. Anna, what about you? Better, worse, or the same? JTT as, I guess, Paul Feig?
No,
Wait.
we would put a fat suit on JTT.
JTT, the children-sized fat suit.
I feel like we shouldn't be putting a fat suit on him because that would unleash a whole bunch of other issues. But also, I think he would be really good in this movie because he's snotty, like all the other. Well, played a snotty kid. I should differentiate the actor from the art. He played snotty kids a lot, and not that these kids were all snotty, but they were all snotty because that's the nature of a Disney film.
Mm-hmm.
The protagonist is always kind of sassy and adults don't know anything. And that's what he was good at. So I would have, if we were going to be problematic and put a fat suit on him, it would have worked.
Hey, they put a fat suit on the kid who played Augustus Gloop in the
That's true, they
remake
did.
of Willy Wonka.
No. Oh my god. Oh man, I thought of another show Gage and I were watching that had something funny in it, but I don't want to keep doing this, saying these quotes and having no one understand.
Say the quote.
Okay, Gage and I are watching this show on Hulu called Made for Love. Everybody go watch it. It's really funny. And there's a scene where this guy, his name is Byron Gogol, and
Excuse me?
his name is Byron Gogol. Go watch it.
Is he like a 17th century poet?
No, it's supposed to be like Google.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, he's talking about how he invents stuff, and this interviewer goes, "Oh, no wonder they call you a real life Willy Wonka." And he goes, "Haha, what?" And they're all like, "Oh my god, wait, no, that's a fictional character." He's like, "What? Who?" It's so funny. It's so funny. Just go watch it. Just go watch it.
Yeah, I feel like for it to really land, I have to be watching.
I told you I can't just keep telling these jokes and trying to explain them, but it's so funny. Just report back to me next week with a new educated viewpoint. Watch Thunder Force and watch Made for Love and report back.
You assume I have this time to watch all of these things. I barely could fit heavyweights into my schedule.
I already called you into work. Don't worry. Alex is
Okay.
sick. He has to watch TV.
We need to wrap this up so Alex has time to watch Made for Love exclusively on Hulu.
Thank you. No,
on a scale,
no sponsor. Not sponsored.
On a scale of 1 to 5 charges for torturing children, Alex, what do you give this film?
You know what? I think I'm going to be a little higher than you guys. I'm going to give it a 3.5, just because when my first experience watching this film, I thought it was just going to be a regular Disney comedy, and then it wasn't, and that just made me very happy. So I'll give it a 3.5. You know, like it's a good time.
Yeah,
it's a good time if you don't know what you're getting yourself into.
Yes, Anna, what about you?
I'm gonna give it a 2. I was leaning towards 2.5.
Really? That's lower than Joe versus the Volcano.
Yeah, you hated Joe versus the Volcano.
Yeah, I know.
This is some inconsistent.
I'm not good at
In
rating
conclusion,
things.
more like inconsistent.
I mean, I am. You know I'm inconsistent, but it's for different reasons. Like, I feel like I come into each movie with a fresh view at the scale, you know?
First mistake.
No pun intended, since this is a movie about weight. I give it a 2. Based, not comparing it to any other movies we've watched, but just because, personally, this is going to sound so preachy and stupid. I just feel like it's such a cheap shot to make fun of fat kids. They're literally just kids. And that means...
I'm a fat kid and I found it funny, so it's okay.
See, but it's okay if, like, Okay, this is going to sound rude.
I give you permission to add the 0.5 stars because they make fun of fat kids.
Oh my god. No, but like, you know what I mean? It's okay for fat kids to laugh at other fat kids, but it feels wrong as an adult to look at these kids and be like, they're fat.
I mean, you also have to realize they were probably getting paid way more
than
I know. You will make in like 3 years.
I know. I think about that a lot whenever I see a child
I mean,
star.
if someone wants to make fun of me as a fat kid and give me like $50,000, that's fine.
It? That's all you do it for? $50,000?
For like a month of work? Hell yes.
I guess.
Yeah, for a month of work where you're basically at camp because you're working with a bunch of kids the same age as you.
You're gonna give me $50,000 to make a couple occasional jokes about my weight and let me ride go-karts for a month? Yes, please.
Maybe I'm just sensitive. I think I might just be sensitive. That's fine.
And I get to hang out with Ben Stiller and Jeffrey Tambor. Oh my god.
You want to hang out with Jeffrey Tambor?
No, but I want it for the story.
Okay.
It's fine. Ben Stiller and Tim Blake Nelson for like a day.
There you go. I don't know. That's just my opinion. So I guess I'm sensitive. I'm too sensitive for this kind of show.
Well, Anna may give it a 2. I'm going to say it's a 2.5 because I give her the 0.5.
Oh my god.
I allow her the 0.5.
Thank you.
I'm gonna take your score, Alex, and take that as mine. I give it a 2.5. I enjoy it. Okay. It's fun. It's the kids movie stuff aside from the, you know.
Look, for a live action Disney movie, which are more often than not absolute trash, it's pretty decent.
Absolute trash?
Okay, when did you see Queen of Kotway or McFarland USA, Anna?
Or $1 Million Arm.
Or Alexander and the No Good, Terrible, Horrible Day.
Wait, that
or
one's based on a book, so that's
say
Or
Did
Odd
you call
Life
him
of
Omelet?
Timothy Green. Did you watch The Odd Life of Timothy Green,
Tree
Anna?
Boy.
Tree Boy.
I feel like you're making things up now, and I hate it.
Gotta
Well,
love McFarland USA.
to wrap this up, I want to give this one final quote. Some say that it's a philosophical quote, but no, it is from the film. Did you ever hear the story of Icarus, who continually rolled the ball up the hill, but when he got too close, the ball melted in the heat of the sun? You're all like Icarus.
No, I was Ben Stiller had the best lines in this movie. Changed my mind. You can't.
Why would we change
Is
your
Ellie
mind? It's
Kemper related
correct.
to Ed Kemper?
No.
Okay, goodbye. No more. I should never have mentioned Ed Kemper. I'm embarrassed.
If you like In Conclusion and you want to follow us on the internet, you can do that on Facebook and Twitter at In Conclusion, on Instagram at In Conclusion Podcast. If you want to support us, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/inconclusion. You give us money, we say that we'll give you something, and eventually we will. But the best way that you can support us is spreading the word, telling your friends. If you know any serial killers who are polite, tell them too, I guess. 'cause
I
they
don't
seem-
support that.
they
I
seem
do not
supported
support
by us.
that. They're not. I don't support serial killers. I just support serial killer documentaries.
How about we if they are serial killers but have not been caught yet, then it's
Ooh.
okay.
Then we're
then
required
we
by
haven't
law
faced
to turn them
retribution.
in. I will
Yeah,
turn
they
them
have to-
in. If you are a serial killer and I find out, I will turn you in so that I can be in a documentary. Thank you.
Call the In Conclusion hotline to confess your crimes.
800-588-2300 Empire. Ask for Carmen.
Today.
Luna.
If you want to find me online, I have a Twitter at Dan O'Keefe 86. I was very active on there today, which means I
saw
will now
that.
go 3 weeks without tweeting.
Dan-
Alex,
Yeah, what's up?
now's your time.
Yeah. Follow me on TikTok. I know last week I said I was gonna make a TikTok, and then I didn't because I got churros with friends.
Oh, that sounds
That was-
amazing.
So much better.
Yeah, it was a good time. Hey, sometimes my TikToks are better.
I'm
than
not saying that your
churros with
TikToks are
friends.
bad. I'm saying given the choice between making something and eating churros with friends, I'd pick churros 100 times.
I pick eating
Well,
a churro alone. Thanks.
The guy who was serving our churros was very snarky, and we did not like him.
Oh.
Oh.
But yeah, really ruined my churro experience. But you can follow me on TikTok at Alex Langosch, AlexLangosch. That's I mean, I have all the other social medias if you want to follow me there too.
And I know that I cut you off because I figured you were going to mention that I tagged you in a tweet today.
You did?
Yeah,
No,
thanks,
I was
Dan.
just
Thanks
saying-
for tagging me in the tweet about movies.
You're
You were just
welcome. I
really-
tagged both of you in the same tweet. Hee hee.
You did not tag me in the tweet.
I didn't. I didn't? Would you like to be
No,
the
you didn't
seventh?
tag me. No, I don't, because now I'm upset.
I'll
You
take
tagged
you,
me
Honestly,
Alex.
I
about
was
movies.
reaching. I was trying to think of people who I would tag and be like, oh, they're active
So
on
you're
Twitter
like,
and they like
let's
movies,
tag
and I
the
just
person
totally
who-
forgot about you.
Let's not tag the person who's about movies and watches movies on a regular basis.
I'll
and who I
take
talk
you.
to fairly regularly. Let's tag Ian, who I only converse with over Twitter now, and it happens once every 3 months. That's more logical.
How do I share this
sorry.
tweet?
Oh my god. It's done. I'm over it. It's fine.
I'll take you. Hang on, I gotta figure out how to do a tweet. But then
Anna,
I'll
don't
take
bother.
you.
I wasn't even gonna do it anyway.
It's too late. What's set in motion cannot be undone.
Anna, I don't even think you follow me on Twitter.
I don't know. I don't really do much on Twitter, but if you want to
Wow,
follow
I'm just
me,
I feel attacked. You don't even follow me. Dan doesn't tag me.
I'll find you, Alex. Don't worry. If you want to follow me on Twitter, though, can follow me at Autobots Rollout. I forgot what it was for a second. Capital O for Auto, capital B for Bots, capital R for Roll, and the O in Roll and the O in Out are zeros. If it makes you feel better, I only follow like Dan, Gage,
Chester,
Pete Wentz, and Chester. That's it.
Yeah. I guess it's not a follow for follow situation here.
Nah, I'm trying to get fans
I
on
gotta-
fans. So.
I'm trying to, you know what? I'm trying to boost my ratio too.
And you can find me on Instagram at AutomusPrime818. Okay.
We will be back next week with Alex. Maybe I'll tag him in a tweet in the meantime this week.
Yeah, please. You know, sometimes, like, I just like being tagged in things. It makes me feel wanted, and then I don't do it because I don't like doing that kind of stuff. But it makes me feel wanted, and that's nice.
So we'll be back next week talking about the Tim Allen classic Galaxy Quest. So get excited for that.
You said my two favorite words.
Have any of you seen
Allen.
it?
Yes!
I
Have
have
any of
never
you
seen
seen it yet?
I
Never
have
seen it,
once,
Anna?
many moons ago when I went to
Okay.
daytime summer camp because I couldn't go to sleepaway camp because, as we discussed, I had what? Say it with me. Crippling separation anxiety. Thank you.
Well,
I hate myself.
luckily, it's the one movie that I picked that got decent reviews when it actually came out.
I
So,
love Tim Allen. I know that's problematic of me, but I really do, and I'm really excited.
hey, look, there's a ton of people in this movie to stan or whatever. It's such a stacked cast. We love it.
We don't stand. His comedy just makes me feel safe because he might be a conservative.
He makes the funny mouth noises.
Yes, and also he might be a conservative man,
Ooh.
but he always has a liberal child in his family, and it reminds me of my home life, so it makes me feel comfortable.
And he makes the good jokes about the tools.
Yeah. Should I wear my Binford Tools shirt next week?
I think you have to.
Okay. See you all next week, friends.
Yeah, Anna will be wearing her Binford Tool shirt next week in this audio
And if you
format.
don't, I'm going to yell at you, Anna.
Okay, I'll try to remember.
So in the meantime, everybody stay safe, have fun, wear a mask, get vaccinated. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Avoid serial killers.
Yeah, that too.
They just turned off our not our water, but they turned off the water in our building for an hour, so I kept walking to the sink, trying to turn it on and going, ugh, and walking away. That's what I have to add to this conversation.